Hello, fellow academics, and welcome back to Hawkshaw. We're back, and I'm a bit annoyed because I had recorded a couple of episodes just to find out that I had messed up the settings and those recordings were not usable. So, anyways, I guess that's just what happens. We want to make sure that in this episode, definitely we're making a bit more space over here for our storage. And the way we're going to place that in here, we will have one main drag down the middle, then two shelves on each side going along this way. And I think we're just going to add another layer of this on each side so we can put a few more shelves against the walls, which I think will ultimately help us get everything together where it needs to go. All right. Still very annoyed about all the lost progress. It was looking really good. Anyways, we also need to figure out, and that's something that I haven't actually done yet. So we need more research. Of course we do, because, we need to unlock a bunch more stuff. And we also need to plan a little bit more ahead in terms of what we want to finish building. I'm going to high prioritize this for hauling. Our animals can get to it and, figure this out. I'm also going to make sure that we're actually not building these out because, well, we don't need them. And in addition, we're going to chop this part away. As again, once the wall kind of ends here, and that should also actually disappear, we're in a pretty good state. All right, let's also actually high prioritize that row above it for hauling, so our animals can get to it as quickly as they can. One benefit, why is everyone like, you guys can't hear the binging, I can, is pretty intense. All right, you were just chilly. So there are a couple of things that we also want to plan to do based on your feedback. We want to make sure that we keep our raw material a little bit closer to where we actually need it. So what I'm going to do here is actually I'll make this too wide so we can store a ton of limestone, which should ultimately help us wrap this building or these buildings up relatively quickly. We also need kind of similar stuff down here for when we actually want to place the shelves, but I'm going to wait until we actually have the digging kind of sorted out. Have enough research to do something, nothing of interest really, so we're going to leave it at that. One thing that we had planned, and that I had planned while, as things weren't quite working out, was a blacksmithy in this corner right here. And that's, again, something that I'm hoping we can unlock in this episode, but we'll see where things are gonna go. Let's also have a quick look at our food. Raw food supply is okay, it's not great. So let's have a look into overview. Where are the resources? Let's see if there are any animals to pick up. There aren't. Bummer. But I guess that's ultimately okay. We can also... I think we're alright in terms of wood right now. It doesn't seem like we actually have a lot of it. No, we do not. So let's go ahead and plan chopping some trees. And I'm just gonna clean out the ones in the middle here. That shouldn't be growing anyways. That will give us a little bit of wood supply and ultimately keep our entire settlement a bit more supplied with what is really needed. Alright. Well, is there... I don't know why there was some roasted meat. Apparently just looking around. Really? To the left, to the right, but not the one straight ahead. Ah, how annoying. Right, we do actually have some limestone up here. That will definitely help. Let's, in the meantime, also go over there. There should also be a ton more limestone laying around. Let's high prioritize the hauling of this. I'm hoping our animals are done here. Not quite. Oh, look, I actually have already chopped down the, well, what do you call them? The soil blocks over here, I guess. Let's also go ahead and make sure we're removing these. And we still haven't sorted out the whole spawning thing. Resource pile view is full. Guess that's from cooking. Do I mind that we can't produce, or seemingly can't produce, ash? Not really, to be honest. Not really. Alright. Reneve is our constructor person. I know she might have just gone over there and done that. She has. Which means we have a few more things to haul over there. So let's go ahead and do that as well. And then we can also actually just go ahead and close this off. Just one on this side. For whatever reason, I couldn't just do two. There we go. All right. So Audrey is digging down there, which is awesome. What is everyone else doing? Sleeping. Of course they are. But the area up here is starting to take shape, and a little bit faster than I was thinking initially. We're also gonna place a few more wooden beams in here. Although I am wondering if we should wait with these at least. Or maybe all of them. I've never used the decorative wooden beams, so maybe also just vary it a little bit from the thing that I've done before. Could be nice to just do that. Ooh, fancy fence. I like it. Ornate wooden beam. Aesthetic value 4. What is actually, we would need the secondary research level, which we could do. But for that, I think we want to build a proper library first. So let's wait. And in the meantime, Lavetta, you're gardening. Wait, what's happening over here? No. Don't so. I don't know if they will survive. Well, this one says there is a maximum yield, so maybe they would. Alright. Arundel is sticking now as well as Audrey. And with the power of both of them, I'm hoping we have a chance of getting this done relatively quickly. We also should plan a little bit ahead and put in a door to the front. Although I hear that once this is built, we need to kind of keep it open. Just for funsies, I'm gonna change the style of it, make it round. So anyways, I think once you build it but keep it open, there's still a bit of insulation. But yeah, I honestly don't know. Something that I at some point want to explore a little bit more. Kind of see what makes more sense, or the most sense at least. We have a ton of limestone. Well, not a ton, we have some limestone up here. Let me actually go ahead and high prioritize this. So our animals, Teddy and... where's Donkey? Donkey's all the way over here. Donkey. Yeah, either way. Alright. Still no animal for picking, so maybe it's worthwhile to actually take Alan. and figure out if we can't hunt anything. There's one deer over here. Do we have anything closer by? 2 foxes up there. No, we do have a couple more fish here. So why don't we actually do that instead? Let's just go fishing. Audrey can do that. Arundel can still keep mining. They're doing a pretty good job over here. I mean, probably the most chaotic way that they could possibly do this. But, yeah. It's fine. Lavetta is helping out now as well. I guess Lavetta was training before. Whatever she had to train. I think our... What is her name? Rose? Our other dog? Still needed some training. So, anyways. Right. Let's put in the wooden beam here. I don't think we need the aesthetics down there. Research is available though. So let's go ahead and unlock the stone block cutting in the meantime. And we're also gonna place that. Where is it? Stonemason bench. Right there. Yeah, not like that. Of course not. Stonemason bench, please against the wall. Here we go. And that also makes me think it is probably time to plan this part out. Actually, we're gonna set this to be all made of stone. Because I guess next to a smithy, I would expect just that and, you know, nothing else. All right. Beggar has arrived. And of course, we're going to give our beggar some food. The Veta is the person with the best speech skill. Where is the beggar? Still all the way there. He doesn't really need to come in. Lavetta, catch him if you can, I guess. Not that it's a big deal if you would come in, to be honest. Give him something. I can't send anyone away if they are hungry. Oh, wow. Smoked meat is 15. Okay, some meat. We could actually give him a hay sleeping spot. That gives us a little bit of space, so let's do that. So we're overpaying him, but in all honesty, that is fine. Let's accept some food, something to sleep, and on his way he goes. All right. In the meantime, there's now a ton of wood available. So because, like I mentioned before, we will need it down here, I'm gonna place a 2 wide stockpile down here. Clear it all. Go into materials, raw materials, wood, and then we're gonna set this to a very high priority. Who's unhappy? Why are you unhappy? You're hungry? Get up, mate, and eat. Right. Oh, look at that. A deer has come close to us. So, Alan, please go ahead and attack the deer. All right, here we go. Still think the deers are actually not running away if you don't hunt them, but attack them like this. So that is kind of interesting and a bug that will probably be fixed very soon, I would assume. Right, let's also have another look at, oh, look at that, another one. We're gonna pick you up as well. That will give us a ton more food, a ton more meat, which will definitely be useful for us. All right, stop doing everything in chaos. You're technically making food. For now, just construct that middle beam. Look how much wood we've already stored in there. And then we're gonna go in here and do the really boring thing of starting to move the shelves down here already. Actually, hold on. Pause for now. We're gonna clear this all. Select this only to be food. And then we can copy the settings. I can't mass copy it. But paste it on these. And we're gonna leave the bag free for medicine. There we go. Set you guys to medicine, medicine, and medicine. And then we have started to move you. Let's move you next. Gonna unpause in the meantime. No need to pause. And gonna do this one by one. Actually, I'm gonna cancel the... No, not this one. Gonna cancel to this one. And that will make a lot of sense in the long run. But now I need to figure out which ones I've canceled. Right. You go down here. Yeah, you can go there. You're still being moved. Gonna relocate you. Gonna place you here already. Gonna place you here. And you know what? I'm just gonna place them in the middle as well. I'm hoping that we will be able to sort these relatively quickly. And what I mean by that I just realized made no sense. By clearing out, here we go actually. Hold on. Let me do one more. There we go. Let's copy you. 20, if I know you're praying, please go ahead and construct a wooden beam. I was just gonna say, look, there's wood down here, but apparently it doesn't matter. Right, and one more. Let's place you in here already. And we should also, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and mark all of these already to be moved. Right. Our medicine ones, they're going on this side. And we might move them to be something else in the long run, but, you know, we'll see. There we go. Don't know why you're doing this one instead of this one, but I guess that's fine. I'd rather you chop down this one, because then we can definitely access all of these and should be ultimately in a much, much better position. Right. They have actually almost finished everything up here, which also means it is time to move this bed over there and copy a heat source into this room. Alan, you are writing, I know. Let me help you prioritize this. Or not, I guess. Why can't you... Oh, because I said move this. Alright, Alan... Remove wooden hay bed. So go ahead. Let me select it. We're gonna install it here. Alan, go ahead and construct this. And then before the day is over, we don't have a settler assigned to this. Who doesn't have a bed? So this is Arundel's. This is Lovetta's. This is Alan's, Gwenny, Eve, Audrey. Audrey, this is your bedroom. Oh, look at that. Please go ahead and make more winter clothes. I think that will be quite beneficial. Lovetta has failed again training Rose. So close and so far away. Alright. Time to unlock the blacksmith. And like I mentioned before, we kind of want to place it down here because I think that's just a very cool spot. It's in here. Blacksmith. So we need to go basically one further back. And around it completely. So let's go ahead and mark all of this in here to be cut down. Let's have a look at our new area down here, starting to look real good. Also gonna expand a few of these. All of you should be the food ones. We're gonna leave... this is the wrong one. I'm gonna move you one over. Which kind of works over here. And then we have 3 there, 3 there. So I'm actually going to cancel you. And we'll figure out once they've moved the rest where this one actually needs to go. Alright, 5 shelves for this. For now I'm gonna quickly set this to seeds. I'm gonna copy a few of them. 1, 2, 3. 1 space. Okay, 4 shelves for this. Not 5. And we're setting you back to food. Probably need more for the seeds in the long run. But for now, that'll do. Alright. Where are they actually currently? Oh, they're mining this out. Where did they go? Really? They all went down there already instead of doing the last one? Okay, one thing that I have noticed, the supporting beam over there obviously got destroyed. But in all honesty, not too big a deal. Also gonna expand our flooring into this corner. And now we do have enough space back here to put our blacksmith in there. Which I think, again, kind of a cool area for it. Although, in all honesty, I wouldn't want to work down here because that seems very sticky. Not sticky as in, you know, it sticks, but sticky as in no oxygen. Alright. How are things going down here? Not bad at all. Also need to set you to be chopped away. Go and pick the wooden beam. Place the last one in here. And when you're removing a building. Okay. And once you're done with that, go ahead and quickly produce this one. There we go. Oh, and with this one out, we can continue chopping down the rest. And Winnie is very happily doing all of this. Let's have a look. There we go. That's the one we had cancelled. Let's place you right here. And while we're at it, let's add a good amount more storage. And with that, we should be in a really good shape. Just before, just before. Well, we don't need that much storage for now, but it will become very useful. That's what I meant to say. Even though I did not say that at all. Alright, Alan is making our brick thing. So let's go ahead until we have, let's just say 200, to be honest. You're going back to writing. I don't think so. Let's have you produce a bit of stuff. I guess we don't need that up here anymore. Deconstruct. Highest priority. Alan is already done. So making these bricks, and in all honesty, I've never really done that in the past. But it doesn't actually take a long time to make them, which is crazy to me. Okay, another set of bricks. Oh, they're actually trying to bring them in here. That is something we'll deal with in the future as well. Because obviously it doesn't quite make sense to store all of our stuff in this very, very messy Great Hall. Alan, no. Stop it. Lost production. And now... I was just going to say, now we can build this. Actually, now we can. Go ahead before you go to bed. You can still build the blacksmith. So we have this at least done. Right on top of Moritz. Moritz the sheep. There we go. Blacksmith is in. I want to make 1 shekel. Don't quite know why. We're also going to set this to be 10, because mechanical components will be very useful. And yeah, we smelt our other stuff at some point later. Alright, let's have a look here. Almost done down there. Pretty nice. So we could just leave a corner for animal animal food supplies. Yeah, anyways. I think a corner would probably be good. Maybe we actually build a separate room for that. But then again, why would we do a separate room? Yeah. Let's just leave that as it is. Alright. Let's see. Alan doing his writing again. Yep. One thing that I want to try to make him produce a few more of our limestone bricks. Limestone bricks, in case you didn't know, are your fastest way of... Oh wow, look at him, making shackles already. Of movement throughout your city, or, well, empire at some point, hopefully. So while I'm not entirely sure how needed they are, so to speak, day 11 of winter. Sorry, just need to keep an eye on things. Oh, we're kind of... Why don't we have any raw meat? It's on the ground. Highest priority, people. Highest priority. Right. We actually now have 100 of the limestone bricks, and sorry, I get distracted so quickly. While we don't necessarily need the speed. Oh, a new person is coming in. Botany 22. Oh yes, please. Well, Amicia, I guess. Welcome to the colony. Flee? Please don't flee. Alright, we need... she can actually sleep for now in one of these. Which I guess isn't too bad. It says shared chamber. No, shared chamber is fine, because if I remove both of these, it will just be a spare room, I think. Right. What I wanted to do down here is actually go into our flooring, not limestone floor, but limestone block floor. And we're gonna make sure that all the paths that will remain open, plus these spaces that I left, are covered in limestone floor. Right. We're also gonna leave that through here and make the back right there actually additional storage. Maybe I will open this up a little bit more. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Alright. I'm gonna copy our storage. Material, actually it should be material, but manufactured limestone brick. Very high priority. And then our trusty animals can deal with the rest. Wherever they have brought them. I thought they were in... Oh, there. There they are. Highest priority. Donkey on the job. There we go. Audrey is actually already building all of these. But I do think, Alan, go ahead and produce some more. Because I don't think it's going to be enough. Alright. Let me actually go into jobs. We do have the new settler. I accepted her and didn't do anything with her. So let's go ahead. You can actually... No, your highest priority should be all of the... but you don't like it as much as the others. Oh, what are we gonna do with you then? Smithing. You like smithing too. You have no likes. Here, become our steward. And after that, you can help out with the botany stuff. How is actually your marksman? Marksman is not too bad. Which makes me think we should produce a couple more bows. Not even producing any. 3 of them. Carpentry. I guess Alan is on the job. 1. Maybe you should be on the job, Arundel. You know what? We're gonna do that like that. Alright. Produce some more. Doesn't actually look too bad down here. They have dug out everything in the bag. Just gonna copy that in here. And then, like I mentioned before, we're gonna put a few more limestone pieces in. And for these, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of selecting them separately. Just to place them down here. These will become our regular storage for animal supplied food. Alright. But we've created a pretty good root cellar in the basement, and we've welcomed our newest member, Amisha. So with that, I'm going to end the episode. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.